Let's try that again. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to another stream. We're going to carry on with a bit of Ace Attorney. Sorry I haven't been streaming much the last week. As I previously said, my commitments have changed ever so slightly, so it might be a bit more haplash when I can actually stream. I'm going to do some today. I'm hoping to stream some tomorrow, but I'm getting a 3D printer, so I might be playing with that. But I might come and show you what I've done. Yep, but for now, we're going to do a bit of Ace Attorney. And then I've been painfully getting back into Civ. So I might switch it up and maybe a bit later do a Civ playthrough. I've been playing the Beyond Space one, which actually is not bad. It did eat a whole day the other day by accident, but I did for and enjoy it, so I might give that a shot. I've also been requested to play Outer Wilds, so I'll probably do that sometime soon as well. Just mix it up a bit from that. Other things to note, of course, if you aren't aware, I have set up my YouTube. Lethalbankai on YouTube. I've been uploading full streams on that, so you can rewatch them in kind of like a as you want background, bit of a novel, me reading you out if it's not voice acted. You can sort of follow along that way if you can't catch my streams. They will be coming out at their own pace though, not so much as soon as we're done here. I'm releasing them slowly. But there is a bulk on there. All the non-ring games are on there, all the Hatful Boyfriends are on there, and the Ace Attorney games are starting to be uploaded on there. So yeah, I think that's all kind of like information-wise. And I'm a little bit later than usual, but my Twitch had a bit of a freak out, logged me out of everything. Because my password apparently didn't work. Definitely did. When I got it working, it tried to do the two-factor thing, and I didn't get any messages for about an hour. So that was fun and games. But hopefully everything's working. It seems to be streaming to the right place, and everything seems to be connected. So yeah. Cool. Let's roll. So last time we finished the main story. Now one's something new. Wasn't that the policeman's Sonic the Hedgehog like thing? It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. Oh yeah, she left at the end of the last game, didn't she? Yeah, this is like a after the main story kind of thing, isn't it? 2 months without a single trial. God, I've only done like 4 in my life. Like, not doing very well. I've had offers, but none that I took. Oh, well, that's just stupid, unless you got paid a silly amount. That is until the day the girl showed up. February 22nd. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. God. There you are, finally. How did she get inside the office? Like, is he just leaving the door open? I think this is the last one of this story. Yeah, I think so. I do believe it's the last one of the of this game, and then we'll go on to the next game. Hope you're right anyway, Archie. My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. Only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, they've messed up. I'm good, thank you. Yourself? I'm doing all right. Things are starting to look up, which is good. Started to get a bit of work again, so I've started to actually be doing things. And I've brought a 3D printer, which will come tomorrow, which I'm gonna play with and hopefully sell some random stuff and make things. So I'm excited for that. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? No. The name gives it away. Hi, Beaning! And, of course. I'll print you a clover. We'll just get you one of them pillows. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right, wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgelord murder case? Yeah, that's alright. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. Oh, great. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases, because I'm in a mood. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. Please, you have to help. It's my sister. Oh. There? Could it be? Okay, I hear you're out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. It should be. I said I had a bit of a problem with my thing. Let me just... It's still kicking in. I don't know why the bit thing didn't work. Yeah, it should still work. The most annoying and long one. Oh, great. Yeah. I'm not sure why that's not working. It's all there. It's set to work. I wonder if refrigerator door. Oh, you got my invite card. Wicked. I'm glad you got it. Made its way safe. Yeah, I'm testing the bit thing. It's not working. Why? Ain't quite good as Romo. Yeah, but you know, stamps are expensive. some settings, see if that does anything. I think it's disappearing too fast for some reason. Oh wait, is that outputting to you guys and just not back to me? Is that what's going on? You can't hear anything. Well, this is great, isn't it? Hey Profraxel, hope you're right, mate. Just trying to deal with some random problem. Can't hear anything. It did this before. Can't remember how I fixed it.
Lethalbankai Chid, X100. This is a test bit alert.
I know it's because Phoenix Wright is on my playlist. Ah, yeah, sorry, man. It sounds spooky. Is it like doubling up or is it now working?
This is a test bit alert.
Thanks, Profaxel. There you go, that should work now. It went really weird in my settings, but it should work okay. Okay, right. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Set off again, but have a good stream. Yeah, no worries. Thanks a lot, Profaxel. Like I said, I'm hoping to plan stream some other bits and bobs soon. So you can join in without me spoiling anything. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, good for you. What do I see? Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife, she wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. There's been a murder! Yeah, they're all murder cases. Weird. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I literally saw her. Sounds pretty sus if you ask me, really. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness? Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure can't fault her for the lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in high school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia was a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well... Actually, when she gets like she is now, I kinda hate her. But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, sorry. Oh, great. Straight on the morbid. Look, I'm a defense attorney. This actually worked the other day. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first person who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Once again, we have a hit! Its composition is mostly silver and the gold plating is flaking a bit. She analysed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to the sulfides. I'll give you 50 quid for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Detention centre. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses, or did you not want to raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? You're looking the wrong way. Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Is that her front or her back? She's got to be, like, turning around. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow, and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Oh, she turned around. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. Emma Sky, Lana Sky. I'm the chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like... Something wrong, Mr. Wright? The case. There's something you should know from the start, which is the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright. Well, why don't you begin by telling me what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February the 21st at 5:15 PM. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's disposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot in the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. There's something you should know from the start. Oh, wait. We've already been through this. Why did it give me a tick? Maybe there's more. Oh, just give me a tick that time. Saw the victim, an investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death was immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, what does he mean? Well, it means the police department will consider a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That's correct. Why is she allowed in prison with, like, all her medals and stuff? I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognise the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. In fact, it would seem impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this, I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class head of Mia, wasn't she? You're in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with me. I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. She was strong. She would do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attractive. Lana was top in her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing it pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana. Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So, how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Oops, she's turned away. Mr. Wright? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave it to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. Yes, Avances, sir. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I've eaten too many magnums. Oh, I've got magnums. They're like on offer at the moment. It's sick. Part of a co-op meal deal. It was wicked. Asda, £2. Nice. It's a little cold for magnums, though. I never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be gentle, always smiling, and everybody liked her. Box of 3. What's Ruby Magnums? Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? Have you not heard? No, I don't know what they are. I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... maybe not. Sounds like there's something that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Why am I bringing her with me? That's just not good detectiving. My hat's already fell off. I don't need no hat. Let's have a look at this. Okay, they're pink. I mean, I could have guessed they're pink, but like, what flavor are they? Sweet but tart. Ooh. Fruit berry. Nice. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny, my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my co-workers in 3 years from now, after all. 10 out of 10, unless you eat too many. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. They're not? It seems to be all I do. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there, you suspecting to go and notice their partner? Partner? Alright, partner. Oh, wow, who's this dude? Well, what do we have here? Looks like Bambina got loose from the red. She's up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? Why has he just whacked out a knife and started shaving? Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti is out in the desert dream you want to? What is this guy talking about? Exactly. He's now drinking. You head along now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that a Hombre, a friend of yours? Kind of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Let's have a look about. Got a wallet. What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft. A wallet. Can I have a look at the wallet? No. There seems to be something inside, but I can't look at it. Hi, Fredgie. Hope you're okay. I'm called to duty already at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence into detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling, and I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. Yeah. Yeah, 1-5. You have to be sure to examine the evidence carefully on also. Oh wow, have they like included a new thing? Why have they done it like at this point? It's the end of the game, but we're changing how you play. Yep, that's a wallet, okay. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of enter. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID, whatever. See? Well, isn't it? Isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess. It just reminds me of, like, anonymity games, but, like, bad. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we found. Can I look at my badge? Oh, I can look at the badge. So I had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. No way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? Nah, I'd be found out right away. That's no fun. Why has it got like a screwdriver in it? It's gonna like open some secret lock or something, isn't it? Worse ID card, it's all blurred out. What else we got? A door? It's a door! No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I failed to see what's mysterious about it. You need to learn to enjoy life more, Mr. Wright. Well, let's finish the investigation first, shall we? Got a ladder? A ladder. Why is everyone just letting me walk around? What's the difference in scientific terms, please? Look, the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? What did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Some barrels. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and you do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. Well, I'm not suspicious. You're just walking around a crime scene. Poking at things. Pretty suspicious. You can see the whole parking lot from up here. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe. Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. We'll check it out later. She is the worst investigator. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. This is where the cars leave the lot, and the arrow on the ground makes it more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both, kind of dual purpose. Aha, the theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know... Was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? Can I move? Ooh, we have more. Oh, yep. No time to waste, let's get hunting for cues. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's got his knife. That's so threatening. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'll best be moseying along unless you're fixing a bot to bite the bullet. Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. Little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. For the airship music, yeah. Get yourself to the saloon on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a Sylvester you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up Vittles Saloon Kavesta. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. Any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, but keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great, maybe there's some clues around here. Let's check it out. Were you two all set? Oh, who's this now? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half was it? Thanks. And you, sir? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. This especially passers-by. Or are you officers? But you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. That is, that's highly inappropriate. Hi Toad, hope you're okay. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on this lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes. You might say yes, all the sordid secrets. Dearie me, you're a slow one, aren't you? She's the witness. I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness? My sister was talking about. Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. Watch out for the woman in the trials, hard nut to crack. I mean, look at their eyes. That is just pure evil. Like, look at it. That is, I am a liar. I am evil. My name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it, with 2 R's. Or before you know it, we'll have you whimpering at my heels. She had like a dominatrix or something? Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know them. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of equity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave us an award for the King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. Angel Star, I know. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this evil? Young miss, lock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones. The ones they awarded yesterday. Was it in his car that they found the body? Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What did you witness? So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. You see, Lana Skye welded that knife so... The knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. Stop giving me food! How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. Stop it! Just stop feeding me! The kind you can only tell someone has tried the General Toast Tilbury lunch set. Ah, never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a troglodyte's favour. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? Glass-walled booth? I sell many lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. to scientifically analyse the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. This woman doesn't even give sandwiches, it's just a bunch of seafood. Yeah, it's just bento boxes. Kind of like a 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That's a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, you're talking cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. No, I can't go back over there. Right, prosecutor's office. Steel Samurai. The High Prosecutor's office. So this is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Burn. Look, there's a trophy or something here. Trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Oh, I thought he was going to be like a bro now. Long time no see, Edgelord. Huh? Ah, Mr. Edgelord. You know him from somewhere? Of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and... Right, her sister, the chief prosecutor. What brings you here? I warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? I was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Right there. A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Oh, has he been murdering again? So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise to meet you. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still. I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You, Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle that I'm here at all. What do you mean? Rumours. You've heard the rumours about me, haven't you? Miles Edgelord. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumours about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in this trial at the end of last year. This D-bag. Hey, he's Mr. Edgelord. However, there are some who say I'm responsible for the current incident. That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind this one. Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes, we worked together in a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgelord, your knife is the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Maybe that guy was like trying to rob his car and she just turns up at the right time and then like tries to stop him and it just all goes wrong. Edgelord, are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't you take a joke? You have a strange sense of humour, Mr. Wright. Let's have a look around, shall we? Chess set. The Red Knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Those horses have mounted knights. They have swords and really sharp edges. Check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn of spiky hair. Nah, that's nothing. I've been wondering what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Prosecutors. It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. The King of Prosecutors? It's a great honour. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What so? That K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors sounds like Employee of the Month, only better. Again. Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of the Prosecutors. How do they tournament winner, knockout tournament style? The last one that's not in prison, maybe. Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Some dank clothes on the wall. The jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky trial jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgelord. No kidding. Hey, there's a card. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And besides it, a giant steel samurai. I want one. Oh, there's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. You have to get something for having that much swag. Yeah. Wendy, is he Mr. Edgelord's fiance? Wait, what? Why is she trying to chat him up? Cute, a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing. We're all sorted by place of origin and favour. Look at this royal blend, an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. A work desk, it's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk, easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't, he'll sue you. Good, trying to nick his stuff. Whoa, what a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, we need to jump out of this window until the time until impact with the ground would be approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Whoa, all these case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe again? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up that ladder. Okay. While I investigate these now, with the new... Look at that. Oh, it's like... really there. To me, the victim's blood. Either that or Edgelord cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing in the wild. Edgelord? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Well, that's a scary thought. That's it for the knife. What about this? Check it out, there's a metal plate on here. Looks like the names of all previous recipients are engraved on it. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner. Oh yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. Awkward. When she says it, his name does have a ring to it. That, proper punch someone with that. Ugh. Alright. I'm done with you now. About... Oh, what? Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright, are you sure you should be showing Mr. Edgelord? Edgelord, 3rd annual hide up the sausage fest runner-up. Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Edgelord. But my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. No, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. What about the shield? So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? Police department? Yeah, next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering about something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, okay. He doesn't seem too concerned about his reward, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe. We should ask him more about yesterday. He doesn't like you very much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning. Tomorrow. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing, a ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got a shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon and I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. So, like, in 3 minutes between him leaving his car and stabby stabs. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh, who is this thing? Excuse me, but it's Mr. Edgeworth. Anyone on the premises? I'm Edgelord. What of it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. I have your report, sir. report what? Did you find any new evidence against the Chief Prosecutor, Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir... Just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware. Who is... Look at this guy. Give me your name. Oh, Lord, no. What's going to happen? Or is it just this guy in general? Yes, sir. Meekings, sir. Officer Meekings. Oh, God. Right, Officer Meekings. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Whoa. Burn. Whimper. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. He looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. He's a real piece of work. Oh, God. Is he like a doogie? Right. Yes, sir? Guy, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. You seem to have finally calmed down, at least. I'm getting out of here. Back it up, Terry. Back it up. Oh, God, it's the Sonic thing. February 22nd, to police department entrance. Woo! We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Something like that. It's meant to be the mascot. It's basically just a fake Sonic. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Yep, that is creepy. Oh wait, I know. This is the blue badger. Okay. Obviously a badger. They're trying to make him a police mascot. Well, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow, because he's Sonic. Forget the blue badger. What's next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he knows me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. What you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Generations of children scarred by Sonic's melted eyeball. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. What you saying, bro? I'll give you one word of advice. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. What if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. What about if the evidence is faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Because you're so used to doing it. So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? And what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean with my sister's case. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranked guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but doesn't that seem a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, and Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now, when I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. The patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. So he's a normal beat cop. What about Shield? No. Oh, I've now got to put more effort in to actually present evidence. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I've got an award for diligence myself. Yeah, congrats. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumours. Miles Edgeworth. Stated on the very day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple of extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up on this whole affair, perhaps. Just goes to show you never know what will happen when you run a yellow light. Told the prosecutor is a shield considering he does the opposite. Yeah, very good point. Found in Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... Someone must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgelord. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organised to be a coincidence. Or Mr. Edgelord, what could have happened? This guy needs to get out of this job, like, he keeps getting framed for things. Just want to present. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Hey, this is Detective ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop a card a lot. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman, sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. Didn't you work together in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman, he's the victim. So how did the police not notice his wallet just on the floor? That's what I thought. Can you tell us more? And I've got his ID card. Yeah, that isn't going to cause any problem. I was wondering about that. The blue dancing badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. Badger or elf? A badgy elf. Yeah, it's just a fake Sonic. How do I get my pole? I thought it just appears. Like, yeah, I thought it would just come up with a pole. This is worse than IRL. Rescue. We just say, don't we? I'll work on that. I'm guessing I've got to put some third-party thing in. At least the text-to-speak works now. +1 elf. Elf for days. Poor blue badger, fated to dance until he drops. Why do I need to see this? Oh wait, can I load it? Looks like that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, "Hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy." That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. The badger is important. Oh god. They make a good pair. Is it because this is like the last one? Is this just going to be like an overly ridiculous one? Not like they've all been slightly ridiculous. I think they're designed after a panda. Why would police cars be after a panda? Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been to the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Whoa, instantly shot down. The detective in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now. When I get to the trial, I need to get to the trial. Need some ridiculousness. Wanted posters? You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it's kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who look like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Need a new drawer. I always get excited when I come to a police station. I just feel like I've jumped into a movie. You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. The crime fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure out without the extra help. What is going on? So this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself, Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be laying on the floor where we found it? Well, Detective, surely the police need to know his idea was just on the court. Like, come on. Just be like, ooh, this is evidence, I'm gonna take this. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing, it's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Flashback. Well, it started with the murder of the defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgelord was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumours about Edgelord. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there's always whispers. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. There's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was into the girl. Anyway, this latest crime has started a new rumour. People said the only reason he took the case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case? We met the guy who is, what's his name? The guy in the parking lot. That is Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. And he missed a wallet on the floor. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. I'd be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice. Let's do that then. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you tomorrow in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, it's Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why the surprised looks? Did I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. Slut. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You look like a dog tie that lost his herd. Jake Marshall. Stop using a knife! He's gonna have no beard left. I want to learn to shave like that. It's been like... There's something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime for a cold grave men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. I mean, he is wearing a poncho, fair play to him. Well, we should show this hopeless case to someone to catch his interest. There's something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who's lost their dreams. And me, I watch it. Oh, he's just go to sleep again. Alright. Dick. Oh, present. Let me in. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me have to go right into the spittoon. This man is shaving hair that isn't there. The hair just manifests itself and falls instantly. The letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Ah, that old cowdog. He's holding a birthday party or something? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'd better... Stop it! Crazy man. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the shelter, the settler, strike down for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a good hoot, Nanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Oh, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Say I won't be needing this anymore. Oh, I've just showed him my badge. Maybe he wants to see my badge. Look at my badge. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star. Lone star shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the darker night. Note self. Evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Let's get examining. What we got? Cell phone? Why haven't they done anything with this evidence? Am I just going to pick this up again? Right, let's check it out. Can I control now, please, game? What a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different... Oh, man, I miss flip phones. Flip phones were like... Hello. Can't do that now. You just kind of get... He's hard to come by, you know. I see the series is popular as ever with kids. I just open it. Is that a thing? Let me just. Don't tell me the strap's the only thing of interest. Button. Here we go. The phone's still on the redial screen. Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. Wow, this is the future. You press the blue button to display the last number you called. That is a big number to accidentally like redial something. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about redialing. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check the phone out. I don't want to press the button. It's the big blue button. Alright, we've got to zoom in even more. Note self, defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes a button. Why am I hearing the ringtone when it's ringing out? What's going on over here? Ah, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the redial on that phone, didn't you? Yeah. Whose phone is it anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belonged to Chief Prosecutor Sky. It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime scene. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I've got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Oh, she was trying to ring me. Yeah, it's kind of strange, but... oh, okay, that makes sense. Someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. Hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I've inclined the laughter of the Lone Star Patrolman. B block. Where people can park. Beautiful. Oh, these multi-level parking things, they're all over in Japan and they're wicked. Like, you park your car in it and it goes, I'm going to put your car there. Like, why have we not, like, embraced them? This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk was busted. The crime took place in an underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body... Like, so if he's got a ticket, he's then drove into park, he's then got up and left. Like, that's at least another minute. So you got like 2 minutes-ish before stabby stab time. And that's if he was basically running. Quite a luxury car, just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's this? Some kind... I've just realised. No. Got 675 or 67S. Love that gunman. Maybe it fell out the pocket when he was killed. What does it mean? What does it mean? For deductive reasoning, go to edgelord, not right. Like, I've just noticed at this corner they've done the outline of the person, but it's like all floppy. Like, what have they used for that? It's holding itself quite well. Oh, rope. Oh, they actually explain it. Yep, they lay it out around the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would have come to that conclusion. Can I ring the phone again? Won't let me press the button again. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right? Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. Died within an hour and a half of 4 PM. What weird, like, deduction. Was my sister involved in the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. Let's hope Edgeworth doesn't update. Yeah, exactly. Because that one isn't wrong. We've actually changed it. My sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? To this parking lot. So it seems like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offence, but what are you about? Calling me out? They say they shoot you for that in Texas. I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Now he tells me. Well, you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. They're keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at all. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs for that Edgeworth Lord, hey? Edgeworth? That cowdog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the Chief's police. Just don't realise it yet. Detective Gumshoe's getting kicked out of the investigation. So there's no connection between Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Ooh. Were they doing it? Were they doing a bang? Said a bang, bang, bangy bang. Said a bang, bang, bang. I apologise, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's the dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will, but someone's up to something. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies. He was unbeatable because he did whatever he took to win. Unbeatable, that is. Till he met you. Well, rumours are just rumours, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumours about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say. One person. Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What, my sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What you're saying is Edgeworth was making deals to win trials. Where there are gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgelord? So what are we going to do, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. You think you'll be okay? Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is Lana is confessing to the crime. Ah, yes, I remember how Lana was an old man in the Wild West. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee you that she's not a criminal. Like, is this how it works? To go, I'm going to confess, and then you'd be like, no, just sit back down. I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's just the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. So he's had like all these officers for easy trials, and then he goes, you know what, this one is ridiculous. She's confessing to the crime. I'll take it. Yeah, let's save it. Because I do not want to go through that again. Got a trial now. Yeah, trial time. Let me just check. I have everything ready? Order! Yeah, I do. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of grey areas. You're not ready for the hours of time this trial will eat away. Oh, God. Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they're suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But here is one decisive difference between you and her. You're not a defense attorney. I believe it is almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Alright. Just has to chuck that in, doesn't he? Been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, so much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgelord. Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star. Oh god. The cough-up queen? Oh, I hate her so much already. Haven't I seen you somewhere? Stop offering food! Put your bento boxes away, woman. Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Yeah, thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how's it taste? Oh my god. So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me, the name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted to hear me say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh my god, really? I'm not ready for this. 70% of the trial is her offering food. No, just no. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Miss Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? What? Miss Star was a detective? Ah, I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. We have the plans of the parking lot. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Seems like some poor losers unwilling to accept the truth. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then do it your worst, Miss Star. Are they talking about me? Witnesses account. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely owned detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox for your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which seems to be stabbed into Detective Goodman. Oh, hilarious. So how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Miss Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Here we go. I'm just gonna question everything. How did you know? I respected the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crimes. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erase inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, and as you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Yeah, right. Very well. You may continue. I was on my way to deliver. Which boyfriend? This boyfriend. He's a detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes. This boyfriend and that boyfriend and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I am a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Yeah, that was quite obvious. You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? I felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as tack. Yeah, with an odour of old cheese to match. What burn! In any case, there is a lot. I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw Chief Prosecutor standing next to a garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife in which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. The person you saw, are you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. Hey, if this was D&D, like that's a, you know, takes a bit. Roll a perception roll. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo, you're a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Rocky. Huh? Rocky? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. What, with your silly hat? I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. Really? I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over it, and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose it's more exciting than hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only just seeing this photograph just now? You think I'll show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is certainly the defendant. Well, this is awkward. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Can we just give up, like, screw it? Sounds like she did it. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say it was about 4 inches long. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth, it's your knife and all. Yeah, that's about right. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a vital man's organs. I'm sure it's easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. Stop mentioning your food. I'm actually getting hungry. You can't testify as your ability to kill an egg, I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife, what then? And then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Can you stop doing Monty Python references that don't make any sense? You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calm. It smiled at me like that. Right, so we've gone through the lot. We've not done anything. So what have we got? Prior assistance. I'll give it a shot. Let's see what we got. my offence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a car. She was holding a knife, then she thrust the tip of the knife into his chest. So the only thing I can think of is that would be covered with more blood if it was like into it. That's a snip, you know what I mean? No. Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Let's have a look at the photo. Might be that, but I'm not convinced. I'm going to save it. I have a feeling this is going to be difficult. Does she say a time or a day? I'm going to try the photo. She's not holding it in the photo. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. Stop it! I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at the photograph. In the photograph, you took the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That'd be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yeah, it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's quote? It's a black and white photograph. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but it could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except for you. Are you going to just sit there and take this kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems that was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand, but good advice. Really? I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed the woman without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Are they gloves? Surgical gloves are made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. What? These gloves do seem to tell the tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A serious offence. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What if she's just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder, the only possible conclusion one could make. She's there to clear up a mess, that's what it was. Everything was planned, it was a premeditated crime. She's definitely cleaning up someone's mess for some reason. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, mister. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show it wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. Stop it! We said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Mr. SARS town. Oh, back to SAR. Yeah. Right. What have we got? Be the phone call? See, I'm died within an hour and a half, which means like it wouldn't have happened at the time, but I think it's a little loose, yeah. It was the Blue Badger. Maybe? No. This is gonna hurt. What you would plan to bring you with you for a murder? Oh, the knife. Okay, yeah, fair. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know? That's a knife. The knife. The knife was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's the case? Bloody murder weapon? The defendant is chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mummy, our prosecutors bad people. Mummy! The defendant has a request. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she also not prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Correct. Oh, wait.
Order! Order! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favour. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself to think that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But it shoots a hole in this whole premeditated theory. But the prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdering a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know, as well as I do, that she planned on killing him. It was planned. I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Ah, she has messed up. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Easy. Easy. Don't care. Don't care. Plunged the knife again and again, did she? Did she? You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero. Really? Thanks for the follow, Shiny. Hope you're okay. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? I smell edgelord. Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realise such mistakes are possible. I hope you're right, Shani. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Spattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw, what you thought. Tell us that you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Ah, just keeps going. Sure, the priest probably would think. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the scene was. A red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. Need something to do. They can happy hang with me as I get very confused by this case. Ah, thanks for the follow, Toad. Hold it! Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. What? This judge just never makes sense. A judge with a beard. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Oh, hydrate. Oh, sorry about that. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. That's right, this is our chance. Chance for what? Miss Starr has turned to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective might really set her off. Short wick burns out the fastest is a scientific fact. I wonder, would it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax, and even a really short wick would burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Who is this kid? Like, seriously. So she's gonna question everything. You said this, but you haven't told us what you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe she just said it was a mere prelude to the story she was about to tell. Try not interrupting her again. Rookie, you whack your hair at me. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked, or here alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. You have no proof that Miss Guy called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried. public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't, because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox now. Stop giving me bentos. How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox of pretzels, don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect has a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. That's not simple. Right. I have a feeling this, but it still doesn't make sense. Schrodinger's lunchbox. Is it food? Is the food alive or dead? I'm going to try this. I'm not confident, so I'm going to save it first. But it does have a note. But it is for a completely different day. Doesn't make any sense. Who knows? No. Ooh, one more. Why would she have called him? His ID card is there being obvious. Nothing to do with him arriving. Unless Edgelord brought him with him. Do that. I mean, it's already been mentioned, but no. Oh, Soz, looks like you're going to prison. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. We have completely messed up, and she's guilty. Yeah, I would have assumed so. That they were for different things. I'm just kind of pulling at straws here. Ooh, wrecked. Right. Ah, is she actually wearing the muffler in the photo? She's not! Take that, bento lady. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Ooh, burn. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady would be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chop liver? Well, it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused. What? The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. There's a cage. How does she get to the other side of the cage? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No, thanks. Note self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Yeah, I was gonna... First thing I'm going for is that. The map. So there is a partition. What you got to say? So where is this partition on the floor plans? Yeah. There was a wall about 6 feet high. She's also trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. What did you do then? Quickly caught her. How did she catch her? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away. Maybe I should press her for me to out. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Lunch Lady Carr was a visitor, thus she was in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct? Yeah, that's right. Well, there's a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing, the Coffle Queen, Lunch Lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Ooh, the ladder. The ladder. How do I bring up the ladder? I'm just gonna keep going through this one. Said quickly. Oh wait, no. Oh god, no. We've already done this bit. We don't need to do this. Why would she have mentioned it? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Anyway, I heard her say the word muffler. So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. A phone? Can't mean... A phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star. The ladder is non-existent. That's annoying. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. That's right. Neat the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, so she used her phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. I saw her all as she tried the phone on the wall, but she had to use it instead. But there was a partition in the way. You could restate your testimony for the court. I was going to say the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Yeah, it's quite obvious she didn't see anything. She pulled out a phone and then made a call there. During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. And then I boldly grabbed her arm. Chief Prosecutor hung up a phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? Chief Prosecutor made an escape, but against... Oh, shut up. On the wall, about to use her cell phone instead. How? No. Not this again. We've already done this bit. Yeah. You apprehended her, but you didn't see her because there was a wall in the way. Maybe if I use this... Yeah. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armour, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is the fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that were true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. Indeed, you're in B block. You couldn't have seen it. Correct. Wait.
Order!
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you could allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where our counter-attack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Skye using that emergency phone. It seemed hard to imagine she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Miss Starr? Cat got your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Starr lie like that? Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? Doesn't it make any sense? Why would she lie about something so insignificant? Maybe she really did see it. Oh, it was the position. You ordered patouille on rice, right? That's right, and I thought you had something there. One more try. I see your eyes haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what lie she told. So she lied about where she saw it. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. Well, the way, the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. Different location? Well, that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? Points to one direction. She was given a blowy in the security room. Take that! This is the only place where it could have been. The security card room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honour. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the backup partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said, you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that how the tables have turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Wait.
Order! Order!
Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. You're guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. She could have said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly, this photograph tells all. It was... So how did she see it and then take the... There's two of them! The truth still stands.
Alright!
Objection, 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 objection. Objection, objection, objection.
I like there was the pause and then it carried on. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgelord. If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She won't risk it without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Miss Wright. Me? Who else? Miss Wright. Let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it in B block. Must make a vital difference. What would it change? Distance. Changes distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, but look at the floor plans, it's quite clear. Ah, I've messed up, haven't I? I don't see how you could change what she sees. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to... How long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Where is she putting all these bento boxes as well? Save it again. This is getting a little clutch. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like al dente. I've got lunch boxes for that Thai pasta in knots, rookie. 5 minute blank. Isn't that strange? If you're a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Oh, that picture is when she lifted the thing up. I've worked out what happened. Right, I'm going to put my theory in now. She killed the dude, chucked him in the back of the car, used the ID card to open the door, go around to the security station because she knew she was coming, saw her come, then run all the way around, take a photo of her lifting it up and being like, oh, it's her. Still, the car was only parked like 2 minutes before that. Like, that is still really clutch. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time it was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yarr! Well then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness had a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on the account of her professional history. We did it. We screwed that can shut, Miss Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. Being stoppy will burst all the hydration. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? Oh, more hydrate. Oh, God. I'm going to run out of juice. Sorry. Sorry about this. Oh, Karen, just a sec. I'm just getting bombarded for something. Cool. More lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. Get wrecked. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? The thermo splits out of resistance every time in front. That's what happened. But I'm actually just in like a magic bubble. That's what happens. There's no like green screen involved in this at all. Woohoo, a triple decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony because she will feed me. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. Was she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 8 minutes when I wasn't looking. When I wasn't looking at the scene of the crime. 8 minutes, 5 minutes. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Where's this came from? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One must have got. You may be a lunch lady. Why do you know all this information? And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. There was blood found on the shoe. Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. What's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. And when I said she's stuff not to crack, yeah, she just keeps going. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. Wait, what? And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honour, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Seems so, Mr. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgelord. Don't forget I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. And as you can see, it's approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Mr. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged? Very well, Miss Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Decisive evidence. Should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I... Yeah, you should have. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank seems nothing. Then why don't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it. Hi Mash, hope you're okay? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Star. Let's just get this over with. Now to the matter of the shoe. Why did you not bring it up? When you found the shoe at the scene of the crime, I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
Get mashy.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's name. How did you like the ending of the first game? It's good. Yeah, I'm still at the end of the game properly. But it's pretty cool so far. This character is just awful. There is no other words for it. This is the 5th case. The shoe is my secret weapon, if that would happen. I see this fashionable basket I have here. It carries more than lunchboxes. It's endless. First chapter. Do you mean by chapter each game, or have I like completely like Is there like loads more? See, that's my question. Why are they just letting this stuff in? Why? How did she get in with a bloody shoe? In any case, you remove valuable evidence from the scene of a crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood on the shoe. It's because video game where logic does not exist. Yeah, I've realised that bit. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analysed by a forensics expert. Oh yeah, 3 chapters. Yeah, I assume that's what you meant. I was just like, whoa, it's like the game, like the first game got loads more. The original game had 4 cases, and the 5th was added to promotion. Oh, okay. Kind of makes sense, given sort of this one is definitely different, and it's got that. That'll be why it's got the 3DS scan evidence thing. Just be like, look, it's on the 3DS. Well, the man was stabbed after all, and the blood belonged to the Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with the blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests. Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether the murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. In that case, how did you like the reveals in the 4th case? It was good. The 4th case was good. It was a bit back and forth, and I hated the picture lady, but it was fun. Especially when you find out it's the Von guy. Actually, we can differentiate between 2 million types of blood tests out there, which means we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood to just 1 person. Also, I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had more time, I would have got DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the shoe. Ties her directly to the death of Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. The shoe proves it. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered peppered fish guts, right? Someone like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe? There is a problem.
Mashi, king of the prosecutors.
I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. The gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'll give you pepper fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Oh boy. It's gotta be the blood, like... Oh, no, 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 no! Yeah, I assumed it was the blood on one side or the other, but I completely messed it up. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. I don't know when I last saved it. Yeah, I didn't know whether it was going to be the blood on the shoe or the blood underneath the shoe. And I pressed the wrong one. Are you ready for Speedy? I can't speed it along. It's very slow. Yeah. Alright, this is where she's gonna do that. Off for the big boy. Ah, it wasn't too far then. So maybe if I just go right to the end.
Objection!
Speed. Cross-examination. Oh wait, I'm on the thing. Oh, let's just check this out first. So that's your sister's blood. Oh, where she cut her hand. And there's blood at the bottom. Victim's on the shoe. Yeah. So I got the thing right. I got the problem right. I just executed the problem wrong.
Hold it!
There's a problem. Stop giving me fish guts. It's a little unnerving.
Take that!
Take that! What if you notice there's blood on the bottom of the shoe? Don't mess with me, Rookie. Or it'd be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. That's not okay. Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory? There's no blood on the floor. I'm so scared of this right now.
Take that!
The problem lies in the footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints in the scene of the crime? As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Contradicts your claim about the shoe.
Objection!
Picture only shows part of the floor, so there could be bloody footprints. Then where were they, Miss Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Maybe she like stomped him in the car. Wait.
Order! Order! Order!
Well, witness? Great go, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. That's true, there has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Miss Wright, think. I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. Think back when she told me about apprehending the suspect. Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked hand aside and kicked over an oil drum. I thought it was a strange thing to be normal, cool-headed chief thing to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, huh? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. But apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum to kicked over was brimming with water. What does it mean? Still don't get it? Do you want to know the real reason it was knocked over? You don't mean? Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's speciality, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister Blood got on the shoe. See no reason to prolong the trial. What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime. She tried to conceal it. Anyway, I have to ascend to the heavens. In a bit, Toad. I'm going to finish this day and then I'll call it anyway. But thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you tune in next time and we'll carry on. There is no need for future debate. The verdict, Your Honour. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water. The court founds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. Another lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. It's time for deliberations to pass. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough up, Queen. Look at this. I had just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the witness shooting belonged to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. It's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was rushed with water. Sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the... Like, okay, right. I get this. But who cares if he's a defense attorney? Like, you're not going to save them all. Surely. Like, no one's going to be like, well, I'm not having him. He messed up on this one where she pleaded guilty. Get yourself up there. So is he like psychic as well now as well? Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like you to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honour, wait. What's it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Because then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with the latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. There's a problem. I suppose since we've come this far, you give every claim a fair shake. Very well. Show the court the problem. I mean, there's somewhere in there. It's the shoe.
Take that!
The problem is here. There's something poking out the car's muffler. Wait a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honour? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarp in any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honour. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out the muffler? What does it have to do with the case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said that much in your testimony. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has in his mind. Tell us why you think the piece of cloth is related to the case. Oh, there you go.
Take that!
was like, I know she said it, but I didn't realise it updated my thing. Recall your testimony for the court. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused about my earlier testimony. Muffler, arg, yar! Could it be that muffler you heard mentioned? Was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. War! Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we will do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Ooh, that was close. But we made it, at least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. Still hungry? Oh. God, I hate that woman. Bam, ba, bam, bam, bam. Trial former, trial letter. Okay, we will we'll call it there for today, I think. Okay. Yeah, we'll call it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tempted to grab some food, and then maybe in an hour or so I might shoot up some Civ. We'll see. We'll see. If you're interested, keep an eye. If I don't today, I probably will tomorrow. But we'll call it for Ace Attorney today. Like I said, I'm planning hopefully doing some tomorrow, but I'm not going to fully confirm to that yet. So, lots of love. Catch you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Yep, that is creepy. Yep, that is creepy. Yep, that is creepy. Yep, that is creepy.